Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Expeditions Viking. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as we take a little bit of wood over there. That's good. Let's look at our house over here. 4 days remaining for the next upgrade to be ready to go. And actually, we're gonna need a lot more wood than we have right now. We are gonna need to seriously buy a lot of wood. But for right now, we're going back to L4 week. And yeah, the dreaded loading screen right there is gonna take its time. But we are fine. Don't you guys worry. You don't need to worry. So let's take Nefia and Morkant, and that's our team. Okay. So what happened last episode is that we had been involved already with the War of Two Kings before because of this little guy named Wada that apparently is counselor to the other king, the deposed king that's trying to overthrow Osred. So we were invited into that king's... Alfred or something? We were invited into his camp, and I decided to join his cause. Now, he's gonna be a good ally.
Could have sailed south, you know. Warm seas, sun-kissed rooftops, exotic women. Yet, here we are, up to our knees in mud.
We don't have exotic women in here? Well, apparently we don't. Yeah, so we have decided to fight for them and hedge our bets, basically. Hey, Heta. You're back, Norseman. I am. I don't remember who you are, but I am. So let's go over there. Oh, yep, it seems we have quite a long way to go, and there's a lot of breaches in between. Not breaches. Did I say breaches? No, breaches. Breaches in between. And it's over there. We have Sikka. Didn't Sikka have something for me if I was a little bit more... I think it was. I need to be a little... I need to be somebody, and then I need to talk to this guy. And then he's gonna give me something. And there's another trader somewhere else as well that has the same attitude. Actually, I might as well go and talk to him. Come back, when people know you. Okay, good. So probably he's not gonna like us after we deal with this king, but well, I don't really know. I have no idea. So this is Osred, as far as I know, right?
The house of the Lord in all its splendor. Does this not inspire you? Here I feel his presence more strongly than anywhere else.
I don't know if he's... I don't know what to say. Yeah, we're not meeting the king, that's right. For a brief moment, I was a little bit confused. We're meeting Enbald, because we need the assistance of the church. And we're gonna pretend that we were converted. And Morkant over here, I thought, from what he said before, I always thought that he was Christian. But from what he said, he had a single line that kind of talked... He totally talked like if he wasn't. You know, like he said, a fellow non-Christian. But he might have been talking about a fellow non-Christian of mine. But it didn't really sound like that at all. But here we are in the presence of the bishop of Elfork of York, I suppose. Bishop of York, is that it? It sounds normal. Sounds like a thing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I want to go down there. I always like the underground stuff in cathedrals and churches and all that sort of stuff. A lot of terrible history, of course, but yeah, well, let's have a chat with the guy. And I hope I remember the creed, because that's going to be something I need to remember. Come on. Oh. Did you kneel when you entered? I do that mistake every time of not doing that. The bishop sleeps curl up in displeasure at the sight of you. Yeah, this guy was with the king before. He's also he also probably wants to support the other king instead of Osred, because of some political reason. But let's see if we can use that to our advantage. Heathens in the god's house? I'm almost surprised to see your skin doesn't sizzle in the presence of the crucifix. You know what? I've been asked to ensure your support for Ethelred's ascension. You? He sent you to ensure that? How in the name of the saints did he imagine that would go over? Well... I want to show you we heathens aren't evil or even untrustworthy. Is there nothing we can do to win you over? Renounce your false gods and let them yourselves be embraced by the light and love of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Morkant takes a step forward, head bowed in respect. Your Grace, I beseech you to keep an open mind in your dealings with these pagans. They are not as vile as the stories have led us to suspect. Enbal's eyes grow narrow. You vouch for these people? To the extent that I can, Your Grace. Perhaps there is a way to put their honor to the test. How about this trouble in Legat? The bishop strokes his beardless chin, as though he had a beard to stroke. A bold idea, Morkant. Very well, let's give you a chance. So what kind of test is this to be? Well, for the past several months, I've been pondering a precarious predicament. It involves a group of sinners who have taken to worship the adversary. And by that you mean the devil. Do you guys not say Satan and stuff like that in the name? Is that what it is? That's an interesting... I never heard of Satan being referred... I'm not even sure they think of... Because Satan... Is Satan... No, yeah, Satan is also a name for an actual god. Like from another religion. And they might have imported the name somehow. Or it might be just an ancient word that gets thrown around for everything. But the adversary, it's an interesting... Because I never heard it like that. It probably is said multiple times, but yeah. You can think of this as a way to demonstrate that you are not in liege, or in league. Is that liege? Or league? It is liege, but it should be league, right? In league with the devil, and that you are willing to serve the church despite your primitive beliefs. So what is required of us? Far to the west of here lies a place called Legat, a remnant of the old empire. The priests of a nearby hamlet has warned me that a dark power has taken over the ruins. A satanic cult who worships chaos and evil has moved into the ruins. The priests speak of horrifying chants in the night, abductions, and human sacrifice. The accounts chill my very soul. This cult must be stopped. So if I solve this for you, you'll give your support to Ethelred. So he'll give his support to me. Fantastic. Whatever your motives may be, vanquishing the satanic cult will do a great service to the people of Northumbria. Return when the cult has been dealt with. Then Ethelred will have my pledge of support. Okay, well, I trust that he is a man of his word. So let's get out of here, and I guess let's go back to the main map. But this is a big church to go over through. Or, I mean, yeah. Actually, I didn't notice. I'm gonna want to analyze that church in its architecture, because I know a little bit about that, and that didn't look like a historically accurate church for this period of time. But let me just murder this loading screen. Okay, so there's nobody waiting for us this time around. Let's look at the map. We have an exit over here. It's beautiful. That's fantastic. I thought I mean, it's pretty close to the king's place. So yeah, let's look at the church. The church looks to be... It's got a tower. Okay. That's kind of important. It's kind of fundamental as well. It looks to be... These things, I am not sure these things actually were common. But it doesn't look to be in the shape of a cross. Churches in the shape of a cross appeared later. But I think probably 3 or 4 centuries after this year. But I might be mistaken. One thing that definitely didn't appear is the basilica sort of layout, which is the multiple rows with columns inside and all that sort of stuff. That's much later. And that kind of looked like it because I think I saw columns, but maybe it isn't. Anyway, we need to go to the west. Over there. Okay. We're probably going to be very tired when we reach 20 hours. Oh my god. Okay, well, let's go. We have a place to be. Okay. It's a campsite over there. I'm gonna save here, and I'm gonna continue going over there, because I hope I get another one. Well. How much? 6 hours? 4 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna keep sleep over there. Because it's kind of close, so I might as well. Okay, so this one is gonna have enemies, I believe. Right? I didn't look. It's taking a long time to load, so no, it doesn't. Okay, lovely. Which means that I can basically keep the same layout as before, right? We have, yeah, you keep doing that. We're gonna just assign all to meat, because, oh, we have meat for everybody. Okay, so I think somebody might be able to preserve, if they have the ability. So, so 10 meat will spoil in this camp. Really? Even with that assigned to all? How about that? 21. Oh, okay. So yeah, we definitely need to preserve. So let's see. Do you have... Who has preserve? Only one rank. Can I press B over here? Yes, I can. Okay, so that's really good because it allows me to look at over there. So I can see. So Hades has 1. And, well, has 2, I should say. Ruskva has 5. And that's why I should probably get her to do that. You know what? I think that's better. The herbs don't really go bad, so we get 10 preserving, so no meat will go bad, and we're good. So next up, oh, also, yeah, crafting. So it is Morkant over here, the crafter. right? Yeah. So let's make ourselves. So I'm kind of in. I don't think I need a spear. I don't need a Dane axe. I think I might need a bow. We just got one nice bow, right? But if we can get like something that's really, really powerful. Let's see. Willow bow. So I can't hold. I need to click many times. Birch bow after that. And a pine bow that's all yellow and nice. And then we increase the multiplier for critical. And we have an elm bow. And then after that, we have a yew bow. And that's that. Okay, so armor piercing damage 20. Yeah. Yeah. That's why that thing is so expensive. That's kind of crazy. That's absolutely mad. But we are basically going through our crafting in a way that doesn't really allow us to do anything else. So, yeah. To craft more. That's fine. We have no more scouting or anything. You can do anything. You can do some repairs. I don't think I need to. Was it you that has the nice repairs? Yes, you have 4. The tool axe over there, but that's gonna be destroyed pretty soon. So yeah, we're good. I mean, I could try to craft another thing if it is something that's cheap. But I don't think. Oh well, maybe an axe. Resource kept 35. Well, just so happens that I might be able to craft an axe. And that's good because we kind of need one. Kind of, not really. Yeah, we can. Fantastic. Okay, so that's gonna be the camp for tonight. 3 herdmen still have available shifts. That's fine. That's these guys up here. Oh, you have preserves? Ideas? Okay. How are you preserving? Why can't you preserve more? Huh. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I can do the guarding there, but it doesn't matter. Nothing goes above 95. You stand on a plain... what? Wait a minute. Yeah, you need to read that. You stand on a plane of grayness that extends to the end of vision. You are tired. Oh, I'm sleeping as well. Sleep feels you like a shadow slipping into the space that your body occupies, suppulating you with, supplanting, not suppulating. What is that word? Supplanting you until you're more tired than you're alive. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and by the way, the reason why I didn't... Oh yeah, this is a dream. It's Grimnir again! This guy, I said it in a comment, but I didn't say it on camera. This is another name for Odin. So, yeah. A man steps out of the grayness, a shapeless figure dithering into existence. You can't see his face, but you remember him. Grimnir? He nods heavily. Willkommen to Helheimr. Helheimr? More figures appear now, rising out of the ground. They float lazily, aimlessly away from you, heads hung low, feet dragging heavily. The wanderer turns his back on you and begins to walk. Well, I'm gonna follow him. Is that the task? Flocky? Is that like a test? Should I not follow him or something? You make a choice, and then you make another. With your nose up against the strings, you cannot see the pattern in the weave. One day, you will take a step back and see what tapestry you have woven. Do you expect you'll like what you see? I have not brought you here. Such a thing is not my purview. Your fear has brought you here. My fear? This guy fears nothing. My character fears nothing. This guy is a charlatan. No, wait a minute, but this is a dream. So, unless he's actually a god, in which case he would be lying. You should have killed those scouts while you had the chance, but don't feel bad. I died in battle. My place is not here. I will find my way to Valhalla. From Grimulfur. Do I remember you, Grimulfur? Kill those scouts. Well, Grimnir says, you will fill this place with the ghosts of innocence. That is the price you pay to be remembered. I don't understand. Oh, and he says something. Oh, you got. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. I didn't read that. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. But yeah, I didn't read that. You might go ahead and pause the video. I am gonna do that myself after I record. Anyway, you blink once and twice. You're sitting up in your tent, heart beating like the wings of a frightened bird. Sweat drips from your brows onto your chest. The bleak landscape from your dream slowly fades from sight, and you finally manage to convince yourself that you're back in your tent. On the other side of the thin canvas, nothing moves except the wind. Well, they're moving. It takes some time before you're able to drift back to sleep. So that's Ruskov over there, sleeping sideways in the rain. Sure. So we lost a bunch of salvage. That's fine. We just that? Really? And we got a U-bow. So we didn't craft. We didn't craft an axe. I didn't craft an axe, did I? I didn't craft the axe. Oh, my bad. I failed. I didn't press the thing. That's fine. It's fine. And this thing is considerably better. No, wait a minute. That's not you. Of course it's considerably better. It is much better than yours. Much, much better. So yeah, we're getting the proper weapons now. And oh, wait a minute. This is not... It's not the weapon I want. You're not the guy that I want. Catil, come over here. Yeah, look at that. Plus 20 damage on top of all the things that we have. That's good. That's really good. And now you can have the birch bow. And I can dismantle this stupid birch bow that you have over here. So I'm going to dismantle that. And the shield... yeah, I don't need these. They are giving... I need a salvage. Anyway, the blood ice, the spear... It's a quest item, but... Ah, well. I need a salvage. Armor oil. Huh. Oiling loosens it, allowing more freedom of movement. How? When did I get this? I suppose I always had it? Oh, it's for crafting armor. I don't know how we're going to be able to craft armor. Wait a minute, it's the smith! Of course we're going to be able to craft armor. It's the smith. Okay, so this goes over there. That's 2 hours over there, and that's 3 hours. Okay, I'm going to take that. That was 15 wood. That's really good, because we really need the wood. We're not tired anymore. Go away! Man, that bug. And then we're waiting for this thing to be done. Okay, let's go into Legat. Chester. So it's a new county, sort of. Or whatever the name is. So Catil, then you three, and we're good. So we're here because... What? Oh, because of the heathens, that's right. The pagans. So they are, apparently, they're in a cult for the adversary or something. So, yeah. The gown of a Christian priest identifies this man as your contact. He's probably in his mid-30s, with a strong physique and handsome despite his receding hairline. He's pacing, well, I would say, because of his receding hairline. The receding hairlines are the most handsome thing. He's pacing at the edge of the road, biting his nails anxiously. The priest spits out a nail and wipes his fingers on his gown when he sees your herd. After brief hesitation, he addresses Morkant. Brother, Godspeed. Morkant quickly stops him with a politely raised hand, while his other hand gestures towards you. You should address Sigthorn of the Danes, father. Oh, okay. He is the leader of this group. I have simply come along to observe and learn. The priest looks most unhappy with this news. He subconsciously takes a single step back before repeating his greeting to you. Godspeed. Are you the ones the bishop sent? Well, excuse me. That's right. You're the priest who has had trouble with the cult? My name is Sinford. I am simply the Lord's humble servant here in this area of Legat. Come with me. I will show you something. That answer right there is like the one that I would get if I asked the other thing. Like, who are you? But still, that's good. Oh. Look at this shrine. What do you see? A small stone shrine sits in a clearing. It must be inconceivably old, but someone has been keeping it clear of the worst overgrowth. The tiles on the floor between the 4 pillars are splattered in blood. Whatever creature spilled this blood, it can't possibly be drawing breath anymore. Okay, let's examine the area. So we have 4 pillars over here. Oh, it's all one thing. And we have another one over there. Let's see. Some blood has pulled down the side of the broken pillar and gathered in a small pool around it. Crumbling, neglected pillars surround the shrine. Dried blood stains their base, but otherwise, they look untouched for ages. And then we have that thing at the center. A sickly sweet odor lingers around an old iron fire pit. Some sort of incense was burned here, and it smells expensive. Okay. I would know, I guess. Can I go around? This looks like a small map. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, so maybe I can explore around a little bit. Maybe it's gonna be a good idea. No. What do you think? Oh, he's asking. It looks like a shrine covered in blood. It's just as I reported to His Grace, he says. The foul cult who has infected Legat is spilling the blood of innocents in sacrifice to the Dark Lord. How did you discover this? Members of my church came to me with their fears. These devil worshippers have been spreading their foul corruption across the countryside for months. I always knew something wasn't right with that cult, but this is far beyond my worst fears. What do you want me to do? The Satanists must be killed or driven off. It's good that that's actually the word right there. Is that the most Christian course of action, Father? Asks Morkant. Air escapes Seinford in a peculiar way, making a sound halfway between a groan and a snort. Just drive them off if you can, but make sure they never return here again. Okay. I don't think Morkant trusts his father implicitly. He hasn't been showing it, to be honest. But I also don't think I trust him. This sounds... I mean, he's jumping to conclusions. He might know more. I mean, he might know more about this than I do. Or he might have been the one to plant the blood over there, because for all we know, I mean, there's no proof of anything. Of course, we'll do the investigation, but yeah, we'll investigate this cult. But nobody dies unless they force our hand. Then I hope the cultists will see reason despite their repulsive allegiances. Okay, it's good. It's all good. Okay, so now it's just a matter of going around, actually going around. So he talked to me. I was kind of a little bit, not upset. What's the word? Startled. Yeah, that he actually talked to me like that. But we're good. It's fine. It's all fine. So we've been. Let's follow the east line of the map over here. We got a little bit of a river over here. Sure. The rain is kind of a little bit bothersome though. Oh, and we have people that don't talk. We have a little girl. We have some pigs. We have a guy over there. Veshal, strangers, he says. Sure. Let me take all of your non-existing...
Who built this place? What kind of society could produce such walls?
Ides? What walls are you talking about?
Magnificent structures, aren't they? The Romans were the first to bring Christianity to this realm, you know. I wonder what marvels we could have now had they stayed.
Oh, these walls. She didn't go with us into yeah, she didn't go with us into Jorvik or Jorvik. So she didn't see that. And over here we have Balbinus over there and Marcellus. Actually Balbinus and Marcellus, depending on how you want to pronounce that, with the whole Latin thing and all that sort of stuff. They have very Latin names though. That's weird, isn't it? It's not like, I don't know what names they had back then. It's weird that there's Latin, because this is definitely not a time for the Roman Empire has fallen many centuries ago. Like tens of generations already ago. But yeah, when I say generations, I actually mean the whole switching between father and son and son and son and son. Two men slouch beside the ancient gate. Neither is more than half a layer of dirt from looking like a thrall. Yet they hold their chin high in confidence as they watch your hird approach the fortress. As you reach the gate, they lean their simple spears toward each other, symbolically blocking your passage, and both extend their free arm in a strange salute. Hail Romulus! Why have you come to Legat, travelers? Is that the current emperor of the Roman Empire or something? We are here to investigate rumors of paganry. No paganry is conducted within these walls, my good man. We're all God-fearing Christians, I assure you. This place is the domain of the Legion of Romulus. You may visit the fortress, but you're forbidden from entering the chapel. Why can't I enter the chapel? Only followers of Romulus may enter, by the decree of Valerius. Oh, that sounds reasonable. So who's this Legion? Who is the Legion of Romulus? We're the followers of Valerius, High Priest of Saint Romulus. Oh, it's a saint. Okay, yeah. We worship the saint of the old empire, that he may once again bring his glory and enlightenment to our land. Morkant leans in to whisper something in your ear. Saint Romulus? This is most unexpected. If they refer to the mythical founder of Rome, which would be the obvious inference here, I assure you, he is not and never has been a saint. Okay, yeah, that's why I didn't know the name, maybe. But yeah, Romulus is indeed the founder of Rome. What? Actually, one of the two founders of Rome. There were two brothers, I believe, that were raised by a she-wolf, I think? Or is it a she-pig? Anyway, what is this place? You have reached Deva Victrix. Deva Victrix? That's the ancient name for probably a modern city. A grand fortress of the old empire, sadly abandoned many centuries ago. The Legion of Romulus has reclaimed the ruins as a holy site to honor Saint Romulus. And where do I find this Valerius? The priest is in the chapel, deep within the tunnels below the ground, but as I've explained, none but his followers are allowed to enter the chapel. You might talk to the praetors if you're really determined to seek an audience, but don't get your hopes up. They guard the entrance to the chapel over in the opposite wall. Okay, so I'm pretty sure these guys might be responsible for that sort of blood sacrifice and something, because that doesn't really sound too weird to my ears that these guys would have similar rituals to the ones from us. From the Vikings, in the whole sacrificing things and all that. I'm sold on that whole Romulus thing, but this is the first time I've ever felt like I truly belonged. That guy said something else that I didn't get, but that was Marcus over there. Also, that's another thing. Didn't Christians do blood sacrifices until very, very late in the Middle Ages? And when I'm talking about blood sacrifices, I'm talking about lambs and all that sort of stuff. The notion of sacrifice is, well, pretty common throughout many different religions. I think Christians have that as well, especially because the Bible actually includes reference to a bunch of those, and because I believe I might be wrong, but I believe the Jews also have that about the notion of sacrifice. Well, and, the thing is, the notion of sacrifice is still in today's Christian community. They have the whole feasting and not feasting. That's a word. The opposite of that. The whole fasting. That's the word. They have the whole fasting going on and all that. That's sacrifice. So it could be Christians. I haven't seen you around here before. Are you a legionnaire? Asks that guy. Are you dressed like a legionnaire? He's not. Good. That's good. That's good. Because the surviving iconography of legionaries and all this sort of stuff is pretty hard to come by in this area of the world. I suppose, I mean, word of the mouth could get them over here. Oh, but also that makes sense why they're called such Latin names, because they probably changed their names then. Oh, because they're followers of Romulus. Yeah, makes sense. Anyway, we're out of time for the day, so I am Colonel RPG, and this has been Expeditions Viking. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And oh, he's not sold. Oh, okay. He's not sold, but he belongs here. Okay, good. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.